Alright, California Phantom here. I'm on location here in my backyard, so you're going to have to mind the mess. I have my son here with me, so in case you get a little background noise, that's what's going on. I really wanted to make a quick video to address aftermarket Mavic accessories. The biggest issue I have with them is everybody's got an opinion, but nobody's got reasons to back it up. I want to just dispel the rumor and immediately say aftermarket 3D printed and aftermarket professionally made Mavic legs are garbage. They're garbage for a multitude of reasons. They're cheap, they brittle, so they break easily, but that's not even the issue if you have good quality ones. The main issue is you're not realistically going to take them on and put them off every single flight you have. And probably the biggest looming issue that nobody seems to be addressing is prop wash. Prop wash is a real situation, especially with the Mavic, because unlike past or other iterations like the Inspire and the Phantom series, the Mavic actually has an air induction system. And so when you have a plane that sits, or a drone that sits, couple of inches off the ground, and you have it take off in anything other than concrete, you're gonna be kicking up a lot of particulate, a lot of dust, a lot of sand and bits of dirt. And unfortunately, the way it's designed, you're gonna get that sucked up inside of it, and you're gonna get that inside of the motors, and that's gonna lead to some serious wear issues and future issues with your Mavic. It could be scratches on the lens. It could be hardware related issues of the system itself, and of course, like I said, the motor issues. So what I highly recommend, ND filters is a must. It's going to improve your shot. It's going to make it work less in the light. But the number one thing I would say beyond the ND filters and a decent case would be a landing pad. Now, most of the landing pads I've seen online and on eBay, Amazon, sites like that, I'm seeing that they're very inexpensive and very poor construction. Most of them, at least 75% of them, come with ground stakes. So I don't know about you, but I'm not going to bring a hammer and stake into the ground my landing pad every time. It's not feasible, it's not reasonable, and I guarantee you most of the people that have bought those have moved away from them. So what I recommend is the Hoodman Landing Pad. It's quite a bit different than the other landing pads, and I'll get to that in a moment, but Hoodman's been a leader in the industry. They've made components for, I believe, NFL cameras, sunshades for the cameras, and a whole host of other things. But they have started producing these landing pads, and they are exceptional quality. The main reason why I suggest going this route rather than the cheap eBay staked versions is it actually comes with galvanized rope. Now, galvanized rope does not interfere with the essential functions of the Mavic, the IMU, the calibration process. It's not going to give you any magnetic interference warnings, so you're really good to go on that. And the weight, the heft of this is going to prevent it from blowing away without this need for stakes. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that for you real quick in the most ludicrous way possible. So let me start by saying you don't need to fold this out a certain way. It comes in this nice case with decent handles, but basically you just remove it from the case, and then you basically open it up. It opens up right away, and then you just toss it down just like this. It gives a really bright orange display. You're going to be able to see it from the sky very easily, even if you're in a covered area. And so to highlight why you don't need it to be staked and why this is superior to other similar products. And as you can tell, the Hoodman stands up against a leaf blower. Now, if you're in winds that are that kind of speed, you're probably operating your drone unsafely, but as you can tell, it's the easiest way to operate. Unfold it, throw it down, you're good to go. No stakes. Superior quality. Get yourself a Hoodman landing pad. Get yourself some ND filters. As far as ND filters, I've covered this before, but I highly recommend the Taco RC. They seem to be that mid-level price. So you have the Polar Pros, which are fantastic, but again, they first batch they seem to come out with wasn't fitting the camera properly, and was actually made it so that you had to put on the filter after you started the Mavic, which of course puts an unnecessary strain and load on the very small, fragile gimbal to begin with. So I highly recommend going with Taco RC. I want to say their price point currently is about $79.99 for a 6-pack. And you get the 8/16 and 32 ND with the UV and a case and something else. I don't know. I usually just, like I said, I usually use the 16 and the 32 ND. So anything beyond that is just bonus. But that's really it, guys. If you enjoyed it or get something useful out of it, please comment, like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you on the next adventure.